Definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Wide open receiver complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, it's Carson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now Wilson. The catch is made by the tight end, Nauta. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Lance. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off of play action, here's Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Stays on his feet. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Flushed out right. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back to the running game with Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. The Lance going to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, that's complete to Nauta, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play action. Now it's Lance. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Completes it to Samuel. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On first down, Wilder, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll swing this out to Mostert. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Lance. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They go back to Carson here on second. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's what you call stringing the play out. I know he was looking for a spot to get upfield, but they gave him nowhere to cut, nowhere to find a place to make it into the secondary, and they force him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers! For Brandon Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And the Niners are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. And he fends him off. And that will be incomplete as well.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
To throw again is Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and they haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now Wilson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And Lance going to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now left side on the swing pass. First down and a little extra from Mostert. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the screen pass.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll find Ayuk open right side. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. That completes it again to Metcalf. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for... And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
Powers through, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Get over here.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.